My name is Ben. I'm a Michigan resident. And like a lot of Michigan residents, I've had to rely on unemployment for some time. Now, my situation isn't any more dire than others. I live alone with two small dogs. I can only imagine how people with families are feeling. And I'm making this event and maybe try to serve it as a way to remind myself that government's not here to care. They don't. And I would think if they did, and frankly, any logical person would think if they did, they would start immediately to try and help people out. Instead of voting for impeachment when the other guy won already. What's the big deal? But shows what I know. But I'm hoping that this serves as a wake-up call for others. And I'm sure there's those that will wonder, who am I to say this? I'm nobody. I am the average American. One that feels that hard work is how you progress. Hard work is how you grow. And just realize that several institutions are nothing but shit. And so, I'm going to close this with a couple of things. First is a small reading. It's about Jesus, so if this is your touchy subject, you might want to just close it. And this is the condemnation, that the light has come into the world, and men loved darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil. For everyone practicing evil hates the light and does not come to the light, lest his deeds should be exposed. Here is the reason sinners stay away from the gospel. They don't want to find God for the same reason a criminal doesn't want to find a police officer. It's not that they can't find him. The prodigal son went to a far country to spend his money on prostitutes. The obvious reason he went to a far country was to get away from his father, because he knew that his father would frown upon what he wanted to do. Atheism is a far country. It's as far away from God as a sinner thinks he can get. Yet nothing has changed since the beginning of creation, when Adam sinned against God and hid from him his Creator. That's what guilty sinners do. They love the darkness and stay away from the light because the light exposes their evil deeds. May God's law expose them so that they will find mercy before the day of judgment. This is from a book that I recently bought called Jesus in Red. Phenomenal. It's 365 meditations on the words of Jesus. And the last thing I want to close with is a challenge. Not a challenge to the elected officials, not to the politicians, because we know how they address challenges. No, this challenge is for those average Americans like myself who have watched, listened, learned, and have come to the same realization. I challenge you to reach out to your neighbors. Check on them. Even if you're not struggling, check on them. Even if you are struggling, check on them. And I'm hoping this challenge does something that frankly hasn't been done in years. And that is to show the government that we can and will take care of our own. I wish you all the best of luck in getting your assistance, and God bless.